What's up, everybody? Belligerent here with another Bloodline video. This is another one in our clan series where we're going through the clans and we're telling you which one you should pick. Which one in general, the male or the female, is going to be the better pick, because that's what a lot of people are asking. Which one should I use? Which one should I take, male or female? So we're going to go through it, and there's no fence sitters here. We pick one. Some of them are both, for some clans, both are great. You can go with either one you want, but we're not going to fence sit here. We're going to make a choice. A couple of things to keep in mind while we're getting into this. The percentages you see here are based on the 5-star mythical version of the class. So like the best you can get. So if you look at your champion and the percentages don't match with this video, you know why. There are some other things that I assume, because we have a lack of information within the game. So I'll make the assumptions. And full disclosure, I haven't went and looked for like a website or anything that defines what all this stuff is. So I'm just going by what they give us in game. If you know different, let me know down in the comments. But that's how we're doing it. In this video, we're getting into the Dark Elf Assassins. I'm not even going to try to say that name because I don't know how to pronounce it. So let's go. The Dark Elf Assassins, let's take a look at the male here first. His passive ability, Devour. Upon dealing damage to an enemy, reduce their energy by 100. So when he's dealing damage to an enemy, it's going to chunk 100 out of their energy, which is going to make it harder for them to charge up their abilities. Blade Fan. Swings daggers around himself quickly for 17 seconds, constantly dealing damage to nearby enemies. Okay? Pretty self-explanatory there. 17 seconds is huge. That is such a long time for an ability to trigger. If you use him, you'll see it. He'll have like 2 daggers spinning around him, almost like saw blades. And then his ultimate, Shadow Sting. Teleports behind the enemy with the highest energy and casts Shadow Sting to deplete all the target's energy, dealing damage equal to a percentage of his strength. The damage dealt can increase by up to 100% based on the energy consumed. So I'm assuming that means the more energy he consumes, the more damage he deals. I don't fully understand that. It feels redundant, because it says that it depletes all of the target's energy. Well, I guess maybe if the target has, almost full energy, then it's going to do more damage than if he targets them and they only have 25% energy. All right, I talked myself through that. I hope you understand it a little bit better now too, since I talked it through on that. So if we're looking at his kit right now, keep in mind he's an assassin. We want him to get on the back line. This teleport ability isn't, I'm going to say it's not effective at getting on the back line, because you have no control over really which target he did. Now, if you're playing it manually, I play everything on auto. I don't sit there and trigger the abilities. But if you sit there and you trigger the abilities manually, you can wait till you see somebody on the back line have the highest energy bar and then trigger, and you can get him back there. But in general, on auto, it's just going to trigger as soon as it's ready, and it's not going to reliably get him onto the back line. But I say his kit is much more of a utility kit, because he's like energy control. His job is there, like depleting everybody's energy, keeping people from using their abilities. Now let's take a look at the female. Phantom Dance. For each successful dodge, she increases her attack speed by a percentage for 3 seconds. This effect stacks up to 5 times. Okay? So 5 times, we're looking at 15% here at max. So 5 times, it's going to put you at 75% attack speed increase. I'm assuming the 3 seconds resets every time you stack it. So each time it stacks. So the first time you attack, or first time you dodge, you increase by 15% for 3 seconds. 3 seconds starts to count down. And if you dodge again within that 3 seconds, it's going to reset the 3-second timer. And then it's going to stack up to 30%. And so on and so forth. Okay. So what or how we create dodges, I guess, in an autopilot game is kind of irrelevant. Like, if she dodges, she dodges. If she doesn't, she doesn't. For a passive ability, I would say that is kind of average, mediocre. Like, it's not the worst passive ability in the game, but it's also not game-changing passive ability. Her active ability, Blade Fury, quickly swings a blade, causing damage equal to a percent of her strength to nearby enemies. So it's an AoE attack. It increases her dodge rate by 60% for 5 seconds. So that's big. That pairs with that passive we were just looking at. She increases her dodge rate for 5 seconds. She dodges more attacks. She gets more attack speed. You see how these skills kind of ping pong off of each other and to make her better. So that kit, that works really well together. Lethal Cleave teleports to the enemy with the lowest health and quickly slashes the target 3 times. Each slash dealing damage equal to a percent of her strength. For the next 3 seconds, increases her crit rate by 50%. So that's big. That's lots of damage. The only thing I don't like about it is it's to the enemy with the lowest health. Again, she's an assassin. If we look here at the description, assassin, champions that specialize in attacking enemies in the back row. Well, you know, the enemy in the back row isn't always going to have the lowest health, but what I do like about her is that she's a finisher. You got somebody who's on a little bit of health, she teleports to him, she kills them, it's over. Now your team is up by 1 as far as numbers go, or she evens the game back up, whatever. I wish it got her onto the back line a little better, a little more consistently, because that's what the assassins are meant to do. Okay. But it is what it is. Also, in the beginning of the game, a lot of times she will get to the back line with this because the lowest health, right? It's not based on a percentage. It's just whoever has the lowest health. And then so like your mages and your rangers are going to have a lot less health than the tanks. Even if the tanks have lost some health, the back line play, or the back line targets are going to just in general have less health. So it gets her to the back line fairly consistently, but not always, and sometimes it brings her up into the middle of stuff. But overall it's good. If I'm going with one or the other, again, you can tech however you want. The guy offers utility, the girl offers much more of an assassin finisher type feel. I'm going with the girl over the guy. That's my choice. Let me know what your choice is. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. This is Belligerent. Thanks for watching.